You reminded them to pack their bag, you checked if they finished their worksheet, you texted the carpool group, you found the permission slip crumpled at the bottom of their backpack, and signed it in the car. And it's Tuesday. If you feel like you're becoming your child's personal assistant, executive secretary, and crisis management team all rolled into one, you're not lazy, you're not failing, you're just stuck in the wrong job. This month, I've been building a framework called the Consultant Parent, and today, I'm handing you the complete toolkit, 4 evidence-based strategies plus 1 decision tree that puts them all together. Welcome to Insights from Insight, Understanding Minds and Supporting Growth, a resource from Insight Education Academy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Right now, most of us parent like middle managers. We assign the task, hover over the process, step in when it's not going right, and then clean up the mess at the end. We're doing the thinking for our kids and then wondering why they can't think for themselves. A consultant does something different. A consultant assesses a situation, recommends a strategy, provides tools, and then steps back and lets the client do their work. That's the move. You're not abandoning your child, you're redesigning your role. From the person who does it all to the person who builds the system and coaches them through it. The research backs this up. Decades of studies on authoritative parenting, the style that combines warmth with clear structure, show that children with autonomy supportive parents develop stronger self-regulation, higher motivation, and better academic outcomes. Not because their parents did less, but because they did different. So here are the 4 tools in your new consultant toolkit. Tool number 1 is to co-regulate before you educate. I'm starting here because this is the one most of us skip, and it's the one that makes everything else possible. When your child is melting down, full tears because their Lego build collapsed, or screaming because their sibling deleted their Minecraft world, or totally shutting down staring at a math sheet, their thinking brain is offline. The prefrontal cortex, the part that plans, reasons, and problem solves, has left the building. Stephen Porges' polyvagal theory explains why. The nervous system runs a constant background scan for safety. When it detects threat, and yes, a destroyed Minecraft world registers as a genuine threat to the 9-year-old, the body shifts into fight, flight, or freeze. Logic can't reach them because the biology won't let it. So what do? You co-regulate. You calm yourself first. Seriously, take 1 breath before you engage, then get low and get close. Match their energy down, not up. Say something like, I can see how frustrating this is. I'm right here. You're not fixing anything yet. You're not talking about solutions. You're not saying it's just Legos. You are lending them your calm nervous system until their thinking brain comes back online. This is not coddling. This is neuroscience. You can't scaffold, teach, or consequence a child whose body is in survival mode. Co-regulation always comes first. Tool number 2 is scaffold first and correct second. Once your child is regulated, meaning they can look at you, talk to you, and think, now you can check, do they actually have a plan for what you're asking them to do? Here's an example. You tell your 11-year-old to pack their own swim bag for practice. Goggles, suit, towel, cap, water bottle, and a snack. To you, that's one simple task. To their developing brain, that's 6 separate items stored in 6 different locations with no visible sequence. And then they inevitably forget the goggles, and your instinct is to say, how do you always forget something? But the real question should be, did they have a system? Scaffolding means building a visible step-by-step structure your child can follow until the skill becomes automatic. A checklist taped inside the closet door, a numbered list on the bathroom mirror, a picture chart for younger kids, whatever makes the invisible steps visible. Research by Hammond and colleagues found that parental scaffolding at age 3 directly predicted executive function development at age 4. When parents broke tasks into steps and gradually pulled back support, kids developed stronger planning, better inhibition, and more cognitive flexibility than kids whose parents either overhelped or let them figure it out alone. The rule is simple. Before you correct, scaffold. Before you say you forgot again, ask yourself, did they have a map? Tool 3 is to analyze the task, not the child. This one might save your relationship with your kid. Your 14-year-old has a history test on Friday. They sit down to study, and 10 minutes later, they're staring at the ceiling with a highlighter cap in their mouth and nothing highlighted. Your brain says lazy, unmotivated, and doesn't care. But here's what's actually happening. They don't know how to study. Study for the test is not one task, it's dozens. Which material, in what order, flashcards, rereading, or practice questions? How long for each section? How do they know when they're done? Task analysis, borrowed from special education and occupational therapy, says stop diagnosing the child and start diagnosing the task. Where are the hidden steps? Where's the real complexity? Where does the process actually break down? Research on executive function shows that task initiation, simply getting started, is one of the most commonly impaired skills in developing brains, especially for kids with ADHD. But it's not limited to ADHD. Our Gen Alpha kids have been trained by apps that serve them the next step automatically. Opening a task with no visible starting point can genuinely paralyze them. So instead of, why aren't you studying? Try, what's the very first thing you need to look at? And if they can't answer that question, the task needs to be broken down even further, not the child. Tool number 4 is let natural consequences land. This is a tool that's hardest on you, not your kid, on you. Your 12-year-old has soccer practice every Thursday. You've scaffolded the packing routine, and the checklist exists. They've packed their own bag successfully a dozen times, but this Thursday, they left their cleats at home. Old you drives the cleats to the field. New you lets them practice in sneakers. Natural consequences are the outcomes that reality delivers without your intervention. The child who doesn't pack cleats practices without them. The teenager who doesn't charge their laptop goes to class with a dead battery. The kid who doesn't prep their own snack goes to practice hungry. Studies on autonomy-supportive parenting consistently shows that children who experience age-appropriate natural consequences develop a stronger problem-solving, higher self-efficacy, and greater emotional resilience. And the helicopter parenting research shows the flip side, that constantly rescuing is linked to increased anxiety and lower self-regulation in adolescence. Here's the key distinction. Natural consequences are not punishments you create. They're lessons reality provides. Your job is to stay warm, stay present, and stop being the buffer between your child and the world. After it lands, it sounds something like, that's a bummer about the cleats. What's your plan for next week? Warm, direct, no lecture. And next Thursday, I can almost guarantee those cleats will be in the bag. So now you have 4 tools, but the real power isn't in any single one. It's in knowing which one to use when. Here's your decision tree. When something goes sideways, homework battle, meltdown, refusal, forgotten anything, run these 4 questions in order. Question 1. Is my child's nervous system online right now? Can they think, listen, and engage? If no, stop everything else. Co-regulate first. Nothing works on a flooded brain. Question 2. Does my child have a clear, visible plan for this task? If no, scaffold it. Break it into steps, make it visible. Question 3. Where exactly did they get stuck? Find the breakdown point. Is a step too big? Is a skill missing? Fix the map, not the kid. Question 4. Has my child done this independently before, recently, more than once? If they clearly have the skill and they're choosing not to do it, this is a natural consequence territory. Hold the line with warmth and let reality teach. 4 questions. Take 60 seconds. And it completely changes how you respond. Here's what separates this from just reacting. You're diagnosing before you prescribe. You're not guessing. You're not defaulting to anger or rescue. You're asking the right questions in the right order, like a consultant would. You will not get it right away every time. I skipped straight to "Are you serious right now?" before I even remembered my own framework. That happens. The goal isn't perfection. It's a pattern shift, and the more you practice the sequence, the more automatic it becomes. It's helpful to remember that you are not your child's alarm clock. You are not their personal assistant, and you are not their search engine, their backup plan, or their emergency rescue team. You are their consultant. You assess, you coach, you build systems, and then the hard part, you step back and let the system work. Your Gen Alpha child lives in a world that answers every question instantly, delivers every forgotten item to the front door, and erases every mistake before it sticks. They desperately need one adult in their life who won't do that. One adult who loves them enough to let their choices have weight. That adult is you, and you've just been handed the toolkit. If this video helps, share it with one parent who needs it, the one in your group chat who's carrying everything. Check the description for this month's blog post and podcast episodes that go deeper on every tool. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode of Insights from Insight.